I'm very dark and you're very light.
Stop making fun of me, dude.
You're so...
Stop making fun of me.
Your face is all
I'm
washed
getting
out.
really insecure right now.
That's okay. It's okay. It'll be better next time.
What, my face?
No, this
I
coffee.
hope so.
This dark coffee. Unlike your light face. Now I'm making fun of you. I wasn't originally.
You're making fun of me both times, and now my feelings are hurt. Just like the first episode.
It has the Bodhi coffee taste, but
it's not strong enough.
But it's not strong enough.
It's still good though.
Though I did more than the instructions. The instructions said 1 liter of water to 1 pouch for 14 plus hours. I did it less than a liter, probably 850 milliliters for 17 hours, and it's not strong enough.
Maybe just follow the recipe and see how strong it is then, and then adjust accordingly.
Maybe.
You know what the original product tastes like.
I know what the original product tastes like.
Not
I know what it's supposed to taste like, at least.
Yeah. You skipped trial number 2.
You're right. I also think it's just not cold enough as well.
I agree to that
It
one.
has the flavor, though. It has the flavor from Bodhi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah? Are you okay?
My white face can't see you, apparently.
Because it's too washed out.
Stop.
Look at how washed out his face is. For our audio listeners, his face is super washed out because he's in the sun.
It's not funny. You're not being funny.
Yeah.
So.
Jordan, what do you hate?
I hate when you accidentally stare at the sun for a long time, and then you have those sunspots in your eyes when you close them. Then you can't really see. Not when you close them, because of course you can't see when you close your eyes.
I normally can't see when I close my eyes.
But like, you still have like those sunspots.
Yeah,
you know? I don't like those.
Okay. Well, next time you shouldn't sit in the sun.
I'll try my best, but
okay.
I'll do my best. Hey, Noah, what do you hate?
I didn't think of a thing.
You skipped a step again?
I hate that the Braves are winning right now.
That was a disappointing game. It was a boring game a little bit.
Well, it's still happening.
Night.
Oh, last night.
Last night.
Yes,
No.
Today's is happening right now.
No, last night was... I don't know. It was kind of
6-0 now. We're losing
what inning is it?
6-0. The 7th or 8th inning. It's only the 5th inning? It's the 5th inning. I thought it... Wait, it was... I looked, it was the 5th inning, like
at time of the recording, I can't even see the camera.
Ago.
I can't even see the camera. My face is so
His face is in the sun. I told him he shouldn't have sat there.
At the big...
but also he had no other options.
When this recording is game 2 of
Game 2
semifinals?
of the... Oh, wow, it is only the bottom of the 5th. Wow.
Yeah.
The Braves are kind of coming out of nowhere. It might just be their year, which is very disappointing, but
maybe just the Dodgers don't know how to play against them yet?
Maybe. We have two more games to figure it out.
Yeah.
Or we'll die. I think that's what happens if we lose.
Welcome to the We Hate Things podcast. This is episode 23. I'm Jordan.
I'm Noah.
And this is our podcast where we just talk about things we hate. Actually, we probably talk about things we like
a lot more than things we hate.
Our drink this week is a Bodhi Leaf Noah brewed cold brew.
Yeah.
And it's bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's just okay. It's not strong enough.
We know what cold brew at Bodhi Leaf tastes like, and this is not it.
The flavor is there, but it's not strong enough. I think I'm going to leave that beginning part in, so never mind. You already heard all that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
It's not bad. I'll have to work on it. Also, it's not cold enough, and that can affect flavor as well, or taste as well.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It was a good try, and I'll try again.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that expensive, so.
We recording this on Tuesday because...
On the outside of my...
What happened?
It got on my fingers.
Sorry.
My fingies.
Recording this on Tuesday,
mm-hmm.
uploading on Friday, because tomorrow I am volunteering at a youth group.
Are you doing that every Wednesday now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so are we going to do it on Tuesdays or Thursdays?
It's really up to you at that point.
Preferably
Tuesdays,
not
right?
Thursdays.
Yeah.
Basically just any day but Thursdays.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I don't care.
Okay.
It's really up to you because you're the editor. But yeah it's kind of exciting. I met his...
We could have put ice in this, you know.
Why didn't we?
Why didn't we?
We're kind of dumb.
Yeah. We're magically going to make ice appear.
We have an assistant, so.
Magic.
What's his name again? Noah's dad?
Michael.
Oh.
And my name is Noah Michael Margie. There might be a connection there. I'll let you figure it out.
It's a conspiracy.
Ooh.
I can't see the camera, dude. I can't.
Can you actually?
I can't see it.
We could wait. Honestly, 10, 15 minutes.
No, we're rolling through it.
All right, we're going.
already made fun of, so I can't just take it and have that not mean anything.
No, I mean if we cut now, you're just gonna look like a big wuss.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I'm just gonna take it.
that's fine.
So it's actually kind of funny. The youth pastor.
Oh, you're still going.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't say the thing that was funny yet.
Go ahead.
So why did you laugh?
Because you said it was funny.
Oh, okay. I'll say it's funny after
Okay.
after I say it. So the youth pastor at the church that I'm going, I didn't say I didn't even finish it yet.
Oh,
So
sorry.
can you just wait for a little bit? I appreciate it. So the youth pastor at the place I'm going to.
Oh wait, hold on. Don't throw it into the glasses because.
I can't see. Can you catch mine?
1, 2. I think two's probably fine.
For our audio
It's not that
listeners,
much. 1,
we're getting thrown ice cubes to put in our cold brew.
2. Thanks, Michael, our assistant, Michael.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that cup? That's a nice cup.
Wait, how did I get 3 in there?
One of them broke.
I'm just kidding.
Wait, yeah. I mean, if you break an ice cube in half, you have 2 ice cubes now.
I don't get the math there.
You have 2 ice cubes now.
Oh, okay, now I get it. So the youth pastor
Oh yeah, go ahead. I forgot you were telling a story.
at the church I go to
Puppy, don't eat
is the husband
that. Don't eat that.
is the husband of the RD of my last dorm.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't even know they went to that church. It's in Long Beach.
Oh, nice.
So it's just really, really
So it's just a coincidence.
very, very much
It's a
a
small,
coincidence.
small world.
So yeah. That's
That's
why
hilarious.
we're recording on Tuesdays. Oh, that's funny. Thank you. How's your day been?
My day's been fine. It was a long day at work. Hey. She wants to go inside.
Yeah, we can't let Poppy inside because they're doing
'Cause
housework.
they're doing work on my house.
Yeah.
I don't know if we said that last week.
No, we didn't.
So
we went straight to making fun of Jalen. Which
yes,
is
because
good.
Jalen was here.
Yeah.
They're doing work on my house, so you could probably hear my dog whining right now because she has to stay out here. Relax.
Thank you for adding the dog noises. They're not actually there. They're very artificial.
Puppy's a real dog. She's 14 years old, and she basically can't hear anything anymore.
Still acts like a puppy though.
She does, but she basically can't hear anything anymore. The last
Yeah.
couple months, she's just lost her hearing very quickly.
Yeah. Anyway, what were we talking about?
It's much better cold. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
What were we talking
My
about?
parents are leaving. You were telling a joke, and then I laughed. At
No, there's something after that. Oh yeah, your dad.
Oh yeah, my seriously dog.
Because your dad's leaving. I mean, our assistant. I mean, the guy that
My
Michael.
parents are leaving. My day was fine. It was just a long day.
Mhm.
I had a lot to do.
How about your weekend?
My weekend was good. I didn't do a ton. On Friday I did nothing, and then Saturday and Sunday I also did nothing.
Oh, it's a great weekend.
I mean, I did some stuff obviously,
Yeah.
but I didn't do anything big. I just
Mhm.
kind of hung out and did whatever.
Yeah.
And I watched through all of The Haunting of Hill House
Wow.
and I mean, it's only 10 episodes.
Still, are there like 45 minutes? I'm guessing an hour.
Yeah, 45 to an hour, I think.
Dang.
And started Haunting of Bly Manor, which is like the sequel series to it.
Oh, that's
And-
new, right? That's
Yes,
new?
it just came out.
Oh.
And I'm not convinced that they're not connected.
Okay, so it's not canon that they're connected.
No, because they came out on, at least as far as I know. Maybe the makers said something and I just missed it.
Mm-hmm.
But it came out on Netflix as they're 2 completely separate series. Obviously, they're linked in some way. I mean, they're directed by the same guy. And
Yeah, and
everything.
also their titles
They're
are
called. Yeah, they're
way too-
obviously they're linked in some way. The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor, and they were and Bly Manor was marketed as like another series of Hill House style.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that the stories themselves aren't connected yet because of a few things, but I'm not going to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But they're good.
But you're
I think
enjoying
you
it?
should watch them. Yes,
Yeah.
I enjoyed Hill House very much,
Okay.
and Bly Manor so far is good.
Okay.
I think you should check it out. I think everyone should check it out.
I don't know. I'm not very into horror. I know we talked about horror like for 40 minutes.
We did talk
yesterday,
about horror
but
in the last episode.
I'm not into horror in terms of, I don't know, not a lot of horror movies have a good plot or
If
an
you-
emotional connection, and that's how I like movies. That's why I like movies and TV
I mean,
shows.
this Haunting of Hill House is more about the characters than it is about the horror. The horror is a large element in
It's
the
a genre.
in it, obviously. Yes, it is
Okay.
it is a horror genre show, but it's more about the characters than it is about the horror.
Okay.
And it's about like the family and their connections and everything. And obviously, it is horror, and it does get a bit scary at times. But it is also a lot of build up, like we were talking about last week. Like it's good horror, like it's suspense and build up to something. I think it was really good.
Have you ever seen what's that American Horror Story?
I watched like half of the first season, and I couldn't get into it.
I don't understand the appeal.
I couldn't get into it.
I watched some episodes with my dad because he loves that show, and the appeal is the gross things about horror, just the gore.
Yeah, that's not Hill House.
This is scary, so it's good content. That's the
Exactly.
horror.
That's not Hill House. This is good content and it's scary.
Yeah, which is good horror.
Yes.
And I don't know, just American Horror Story, they just keep doing things of like, ooh, now it's a cult that kills people. We're going to show you 3 people that are brutally murdered, and you get to see every single detail. And that's good content, right? And no, it's not.
There are a few parts in Hill House that are kind of more brutal, I guess, but it's for the story. It's not for the sake of being brutal. It's part of the story.
Right. I think the best thing I've seen that's considered horror is Stranger Things.
That's not horror.
It's thriller. It's a thriller.
It's definitely a thriller.
Yeah, but like that's considered scary, I guess, is Stranger Things.
Hill House is definitely scarier than Stranger Things.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Because it's
literally about a haunting.
Yes, it's the haunting of Hill House.
Of the Hill House.
And then Bly Manor, and there's a few similar actors and actresses that are in Bly Manor that were in completely different characters, different story and everything, that were in Hill House. And I liked them.
That's what American Horror Story does too.
Yeah.
They just use the same actors.
But then
for
at
different
some
characters.
point, don't they all connect in American Horror Story?
I don't know the plot, dude.
Neither do I. I just remember Abby talking about it.
Okay.
A lot in high school.
Really? Oh,
yes.
She
talked about it a lot.
She would also be that kind of person that just only likes Nightmare Before Christmas, out of anything.
Are we talking about the same Abby?
Yeah. You can't say her last name.
I'm not talking about Jack's sister.
No.
Yes. Okay.
We're talking
about the same Abby then.
Yeah. Of course I'm not talking about Jack's sister. Jack's sister would hate anything that's
horror. But you said Nightmare Before Christmas, negative. And I didn't.
Okay, so the stereotype I'm talking about is there were people in like middle school and high school that like just really loved that movie because it's claymation and it's kind of like not edgy, but like.
It's not edgy at all.
It's
a kids movie still.
Yeah, I know, and that's why people liked it is because they can watch it.
I still love Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
I think it's good. All right, now your face is out of the sun. I'm gonna. Real quick.
Am I still whited out?
Yeah, obviously.
Dang it.
That was completely unrelated. Oops, that's the wrong way.
Noah bullies me sometimes, so.
There we go.
That's perfect, dude.
I know, dude.
You're really good at that.
It's almost like I can camera.
The camera?
Can camera.
In other news, me and Ashton's 2-year is next weekend.
What?
Yeah.
2 years? That's insane.
Yeah, man.
That's like 2 years.
That's a good point. That's a good way of
so much time.
Seeing it. It's actually, yeah. It's like one of those things where, yeah, we've known each other for 2 years, but it doesn't feel like we've been dating for 2 years. It feels like
it was much better cold.
It is very much better. It was like lukewarm. It was
in between cold and lukewarm.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna celebrate that.
That's awesome. I don't think I've ever even done anything for 2 years.
Yeah, dude.
Let alone date someone.
Not even college.
Not even college for 2 years. I'm going to in January.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
awesome. I'm proud of you.
I'm very excited. I got her. She doesn't watch the podcast.
She doesn't watch. No, most people don't.
I got her one of those. It was like an Instagram ad where it's like a foldable cube that you can fold it different ways, and in each side there's a different picture of
cool.
us. So yeah, I got one of those.
That's cool.
It was on sale for 70%. So like,
oh nice, yeah.
I had to get that.
Yeah, of course.
I ordered it like 2 months ago.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's happening in my life.
That's awesome.
I also started a new job.
Yes.
My first shift was yesterday morning, 6:30.
Nice.
Coffee, and it's a half coffee, half smoothie acai restaurant.
That's pretty cool. I like acai.
Yeah. So most of my job is actually preparing the acai and making it during my shift and dishes. And I love both. I love dishes actually.
Do you?
Yeah, I actually do, because it's very mindless work, and
That's
it
actually,
doesn't go fast.
That's why I liked dishes at Subway. Too.
Yeah. It's mindless work. It doesn't go fast, so
Subway.
it consumes time, and it's necessary. So it's not like you're lazy for doing it. It's kind of perfect.
Yeah. I don't know if I've said this on here before. Don't eat at Subway. It's gross.
Yeah.
I worked at Subway. I'm so glad I don't work there anymore, and it's gross, so I don't eat there anymore either.
For restaurants, fast food restaurants, it's a C tier for me, and it's F
Subway?
tier for him. Yeah,
At Subway is F tier. For
C
me.
tier. The only reason why it's C tier is because it's cheap,
There are so many better sandwich places though.
but that are more expensive.
Like Board and Brew isn't that expensive, and it's the best sandwich place ever.
It's like $2 more for a smaller sandwich. Actually, it's about the same size. Never mind.
But it's like $2 more, and it's
Quality.
the best sandwich ever.
The only reason why I go there is because Ashton is a vegetarian, and there's like the only fast food place
They
that has
do have-
vegetarian options.
They do have
So I'm
vegetarian
like,
stuff.
yeah, okay, so it's a $7 meal that I'm okay with. That's why it's C tier. I'm okay with it. That's why it's not B or A or S. What are like S tier fast food plates for you?
In-N-Out, obviously.
Yeah, In-N-Out is S tier.
In-N-Out has to be up there.
There's one more for me.
Cane's is making its way up. It's in A right now.
That's
It
S
might
tier,
make
dude.
it to S for
It's
me.
S. Here's why I think
You
it's
worked
S.
there, so you have a lot more experience with it.
And I still like it.
Yeah, exactly, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
I just don't have as much experience with it.
Yeah. I think what really gets me about fast food menus is the simplicity. Both In-N-Out and Cane's are simple, and you don't have to think. It's just like how much chicken do you want? How much fries do you want? What drink do you want? That's it.
Yeah, it's great.
And all of their food options, except the coleslaw, I don't like coleslaw.
Yeah,
is
I'm
amazing.
okay with coleslaw. That's
Toast,
not-
their sauce, and the chicken is
But
both
like
all amazing.
exactly, toast is better, so I replaced the coleslaw with toast.
Yeah, and it's a good option. Like a full meal is like $9.
Yeah, and you can switch anything out, which is cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
For other things.
Without additional prices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can switch out the coleslaw for toast, or coleslaw for extra sauce, or coleslaw for extra fries, and that's all free.
Yep. A tier would be Chick-fil-A. I think Chick-fil-A falls in A tier.
Probably, yeah, that's probably A tier.
See, everyone loves Chick-fil-A. They
it's not
love
bad.
it.
It's not bad.
I guess I
It's
didn't.
definitely no. I mean, it's definitely good.
It's
it is
good.
a good place.
But people are like, let's go to Chick-fil-A.
But like,
yeah.
why?
But, well,
I don't. It's not an S tier.
It's not. I don't know.
I think there are people that are just absolutely obsessed with it.
And the
like,
Chick-fil-A sauce is good, but it's not better than Cane's sauce.
Cane sauce is better.
It is.
They're very different, but cane sauce is better.
I don't know. Chick-fil-A sauce, it's good, but it's like thick.
It's
Cane
thick
sauce
and
isn't thick.
sweet.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I get tired of it after a while. I could eat cane sauce forever and never get tired of it.
Yeah.
Other A tier places, A's, just for the sake that it's called A's, and it is good.
It's good.
A's Burgers. First of all,
It's good.
best fried zucchini in the world, and
I agree with that.
And homemade ranch. So you get fried zucchini, dip it in their homemade ranch. Amazing. Their burgers are normal burgers. Their fries are really good. Their onion rings are really good. Have you ever had their breakfast burritos?
No.
Dude,
The
their
only
breakfast
the only,
burritos.
the only time I went to A's was with you and Emily.
That
That was my first
was
time.
the only time. Wow.
We talked about this.
Yeah, I know. I forgot.
Yeah.
Their breakfast burritos are dope.
Okay.
They're amazing.
The only reason why I get Taco Bell is because of their breakfast burritos or any Mexican fast food. Is because
Any
of their
Mexican
breakfast.
fast food is like
It's cheap, good breakfast food. So
B to C tier.
yeah,
Any Mexican fast food is like C tier.
I see
probably.
C or D. I don't understand. It's just
Actually, definitely not B. I don't know what I'm talking about.
greasiest food for. Yeah, it's cheap, but it's
It's
I don't,
cheap.
I don't
but
like the taste.
You feel gross after.
It no matter what.
Yeah.
And I don't get
You
it.
could get a salad there and you'd feel gross after.
Yeah, same thing with McDonald's, but I guess I like the food better at McDonald's, and that's C tier for
I only
me.
like the fries. I haven't even been to McDonald's in honestly 5 or 6 years.
Good for you. Good for you. You know McDonald's is now more expensive than In-N-Out?
That's insane.
Yeah, for the same amount of food.
That's insane.
Yeah. So
Go to In-N-Out.
next time you go get a burger from McDonald's, think twice and go to In-N-Out again.
Yeah. Just go to
No
In-N-Out.
matter what. Even if
'Cause
you've had In-N-Out yesterday.
It's better.
It's just better.
It's always better.
What else is would be A tier?
A tier.
Oh, I know. The best sandwich place. Which Wich. Have you been to Which Wich before?
Not in a long time.
I used to go like once a week with John
I
in
know
high
you
school.
did. Yeah, I know you
It
did.
is so
I
good.
haven't been to Which since. You remember that time Martin got me and you to help that guy move?
Oh yeah,
And
we
then
went
he
to Witch
paid-
Witch then.
Yes, that was the last time I went to
Okay,
Witch
that
Witch.
was 3 years ago.
That was a while ago.
yeah.
Yeah. So I remember it being good, but I can't.
The reason why it's good is because a lot of options. So there's like 10 different sandwiches you can get. There's like 20 different condiments. There's 20 different veggies. There's 20 different sauces, salt, pepper, as well, and they toast it for you, and it's great. It's awesome. I get the Italian.
We'll have to go again.
Yeah. The only reason why it's A tier, not S tier, is because of the price. I think it's way too expensive.
Can we call Borden fast
Yes.
food? That's the best sandwich.
A tier still.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know if it'd make S tier, but that is my favorite sandwich.
Any place where you go up to order food and not sit at a restaurant, that's fast food.
I don't know if I would agree with that assessment, but we're not gonna. We won't get into
In
that.
terms of the tier list we're talking about.
Sure. Okay. So, Borden Brew, best sandwich place, probably A tier. That's my favorite sandwich place, at least.
Yeah.
Their bread is perfect. The amount of everything
too much
on
bread.
the sandwich is perfect.
The sauce is
The
the
sauce
kicker.
and their sauce.
What's it called?
I don't know.
I just call it, can I have sauce, please?
Yeah. Can I get the sauce?
Yeah, the sauce.
The sauce,
That's probably what it's called.
dude. Their sauce is so good.
With their freaking turkey club. Oh
Dude,
my
the
gosh.
Turkey Club or the Turkey Deluxe, which is basically the same thing.
It's the same.
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Yeah.
It's
um,
amazing.
With their sauce and just
If you live in the Orange
Oh,
County
it's so
area,
good.
there's one in RSM. There's also one at the beach somewhere, I believe.
I haven't been to that one, but I think you're right.
No, there's one in Laguna. There's one in Laguna. I've been there
I haven't
for
been to that
DoorDash. So
It's amazing.
also
That
the
my
vibe is
favorite,
amazing
That
too.
is my favorite sandwich.
The reason why
Their
it's called
vibe is
Borden
great.
Brew is because they have a bar in there too. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to go there and get a beer and have a sandwich. That'd be fun. Less than a year.
Less than a year
Less than a
for
year.
both of us.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Season 3.
Yeah.
What other A tier?
I don't know. It's Poppy smelling my foot.
Yeah, she is.
That's A tier.
That's A tier. That's S tier.
Let's see. I'm trying to like I'm in my head. I'm going through the area. Arby's is C tier.
Arby's is. I
It's-
haven't even been there in forever.
It's good. I haven't been there since high school, but it's good. But
you
it makes you
sniffing,
feel
Poppy?
crappy after.
Okay.
She's scouting.
Have you been to the Hat?
No.
The Hat? Okay. They're mostly pastrami, but
Okay.
dude, their burgers
Really?
are so good.
There's one next to Witch Witch in Lake Forest. Is there a closer one?
Wait, is that the one? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. That's right near where I work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I haven't done it in a while because it is that place actually is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But I went a couple months ago, dude. They're, I don't know what they call it, but basically a double cheeseburger. Fire burger, and you don't expect it.
Huh.
And their onion rings are pretty good too.
I feel like a pastrami place would have good burgers.
Yeah.
It's really awesome to see that places that aren't known for their are like not marketing their burgers are still incredible.
Yeah.
That's a good place.
Yeah.
Hole in the wall burger places are usually super good.
And hole in the wall pizza places.
Yes.
Hole in the wall pizza places are so good.
Yes. Have you heard of a Juicy Lucy?
No.
It is a Minnesota, a signature Minnesota burger where they stuff the cheese inside the patty,
Oh, that sounds good. I've seen that.
and it's super cheesy.
I've seen that done, but I've never heard it
It's
called
the
that.
best burger I've ever had in my life.
That sounds amazing.
It's in a restaurant called the Nook in Minnesota, but there's a Minnesota themed restaurant that I went to for my birthday at 16 or something, like up towards LA. It's really good. It has like Minnesota stuff everywhere. It's really cool.
That's cool. That sounds good.
It has a Juicy Lucy. I really recommend Juicy Lucy if you can. Another A tier that I just thought of that I've been to in the last couple of years is
Making sure we're still going.
yeah, and I've been to in the last couple of years is Portillo's. Have you ever had Portillo's?
I have never had Portillo's,
Okay.
but I've heard many good things.
Yes.
I've never been there though.
There's one in Anaheim. There's one in Brea, and it's a Chicago-based joint. Their
heard
food
many good
is
things.
good. The kicker is the chocolate cake shake
Ooh.
that they have. It is one of the best shakes I've ever had, I think.
Really?
It's really good. Yeah, they have cake inside the,
Oh, that
Shake.
sounds.
and you
good.
get chocolate cake chunks while drinking a chocolate smoothie.
Oh.
I mean shake. Ugh. But yeah, really good stuff.
That sounds good.
Yeah, Yeah, the theme is really good too. But yeah, places like Burger King or like
Ah,
Carl's Jr.
don't
and
even-
stuff like that is it's all the same to me. C tier.
Yeah.
Because I never go there.
Little Caesars is good for the price.
I-
$5.
I don't.
And
Okay.
it's an average pizza for $5. That's
That's
solid
C-tier.
for the price.
Okay, B tier because of the price, I guess.
B tier because of the price.
I don't know.
It definitely doesn't break B tier.
The pizza itself like is okay.
It's just normal
I've
pizza.
never said I want pizza. Okay, I'm gonna go to Little
To
Caesars.
me, it's just pizza. Like, it is the definition of just pizza.
The only
it's not
reason why I
good,
have-
it's not bad, it's just pizza.
the only reason why I have Little Caesars pizza is because of like high school little shindig parties.
I used to
For
get it because I
clubs.
was broke, and it's right there. So I would just
I never have.
run up there, and
If I want by the slice pizza, I go to the one in Lake Forest.
that's the thing. It's not by the slice pizza.
Yeah,
It's a
the
whole pizza
thing.
for $5.
I don't want that.
And I was broke a while ago, basically. So I would run up there because it's right over there, get a whole pizza, and then eat half of it for dinner and the other half for breakfast or lunch the next day.
Yeah, when I think fast food, I
All
don't
for
think pizza.
$5.
I don't think pizza when I think
No,
fast
neither
food.
do I. Also, I just don't think fast food that much.
I do because I never have food at home.
I was never raised like my parents raised me to not eat fast food.
No for me. It's not what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's me. This is getting better. I gotta say,
It just had to
Then-
get cold. It is better. It could be even better though.
very true.
But it's much better cold. It is so much better cold.
Yes, I'm glad we got the ice. We got our
Mm-hmm.
Michael assistant.
Michael assistant.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yes, it is.
I am watching. I don't know why I'm shifting topics. Do you have anything more to add to the fast
So
food?
the fast food, I don't even know why I don't even like fast food that much.
Yeah.
We talked about all the good fast food places.
Really, what we really said is the only two fast food places that are worth going to are Cane's and
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out and maybe
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A.
And maybe Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
If you're not in the mood for Cane's. But now there's a Cane's right next to the Chick-fil-A in Foothills, so
Okay.
it doesn't even matter.
I know this because I've worked there. Cane's is the fastest growing fast food place in America right now.
That makes sense because
Yeah.
it's so
it's
good.
it's getting everywhere, man.
and it's everywhere. Yeah.
It's like a virus.
yeah.
Um,
There were none in Oregon. When there might be now because of how
I think
fast
there's
it's
one now.
growing. But there were either none in Oregon or there was like one, but it was a while away, and I missed it. I also missed In-N-Out because obviously
Yeah.
it's not in Oregon. There's one in Oregon, I think, in Medford, maybe,
Okay.
maybe.
there's one in Hawaii now.
An In-N-Out
Yeah.
or a Cane's?
Oh, no, a Cane's.
Cane's,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
Um,
it's everywhere.
But yeah, I like that In-N-Out as a business strategy only goes in the California coast
I don't understand why.
because
they could spread.
part of their thing is that it's a California restaurant. People go there because it's a tourist attraction.
I do like that though because they could make so much money spreading, but they chose not to.
I think I've one watched a documentary on it in a business class, and two, witnessed or watched a 20-minute presentation on In-N-Out's business strategy. So like, yeah,
So you don't think they would make money if they spread?
I think their strategy is working, and I don't think
Yeah.
there's no need
That's
for
true.
changing it.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't need to. Or
They
don't
don't
need
want to
to.
be a McDonald's
Yeah, of course.
because
Nobody does.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. Also, maybe Chick-fil-A. So In-N-Out, Cane's, maybe Chick-fil-A. That's
Yes.
our answer. And
That's-
if you're feeling sandwiches, Board and Brew
Gordon
or
Brew
Which Wich.
Wich, yep.
Nothing else. I'm not a fan of Jersey Mike's. Not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Jimmy John's.
Yeah. No, other sandwich places are just
I don't like them.
that
Firefighter place.
firefighter place that we went to on our way to Shasta was
Yeah.
really good.
That was amazing.
That was or on our way back, whatever. It was
The signature
really good.
sandwich I always get at sandwich places are Italians.
Italians. I always get Italians too.
Yeah.
They're the best.
They're just the best sandwich. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
You can tell a lot about a sandwich place by getting their Italian.
because it has a lot of the stuff that they have.
Just like you can tell a lot about a coffee place by getting their cold
Or
brew.
cold brew, yeah.
Or just their iced coffee, obviously. 'cause
Yeah.
Then you can just see what their actual coffee is like.
I now technically work for Starbucks.
Because it's a Starbucks affiliate.
It's a
shop.
partnered by Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they serve Starbucks coffee,
Yeah.
and it's
That's
not
kind
good.
of a bummer, yeah.
So I get their chai now. So I get a free drink every time I get a shift.
Oh, that's cool.
So and it's in the
That's-
morning, so it's
That's really nice.
You know what I did start watching recently?
What's the
Huh?
Let's take that from the top.
Okay. You know what I did start watching recently?
Hold on.
We're keeping all of this in.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hey, Noah.
Yes, Jordan.
Do you know what I have started watching recently?
What have you started? Community?
No.
Oh.
The Good Place season 4 because it just got added to Netflix.
I just finished The Good Place actually.
Okay.
Again.
This is
For
one of the
third time.
Yeah, I've watched through it twice because it's one of the easiest shows to watch.
It's so easy to watch.
Because
it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
I will openly admit that.
Yeah, I think it's super unique. Super, super unique. Also, the 2 times that I have watched through it is I've watched through it in a week. It's just,
Oh yeah. No. Okay. So the first time I ever watched the show.
Yeah.
It was back when there were only 3 seasons, so it was a lot easier.
Yeah.
But it was when I was living right when I moved up to Oregon. I didn't have a job, and my friends were all in school or something. So one day, I spent one day and I watched
remember.
through the entire show all day long. From the moment I woke up till the moment I went to sleep, and I finished
Season 1
all
to
of
3.
it, all 3 seasons in one day.
Yeah.
That's how much I love that show.
Yeah. I remember him texting me and Jack that day saying, "I've heard The Good Place is a really good show, and it only has 3 seasons, so I'm gonna start watching it." And at the end of the day, he's like, "Yeah, I finished The Good Place," and we're like, "Wait, what?"
That is one of my favorite shows of all time, up there with Psych and Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Lost. I love The Good Place.
It's super unique. It has actual meaning to it, besides the comedy.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, we've more than likely talked about this before, so I apologize if we have. But I mean, first of all, if you don't know, most of it is about moral psychology or moral philosophy. That's the major plot point of the show, while also being a comedy, which is really fun. And somebody, I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen it, somebody's trying to teach somebody else moral philosophy. And a lot of times he has stuff written down on blackboards and whatever. And every single time you see something written down on a blackboard or in a book or something, the creators of the show had actual moral philosophy professors and moral philosophers come in and fact-checked everything that they had written down. So everything that they teach and talk about and read and write in the show is all moral philosophically accurate.
Yes.
It is accurate to like real beliefs and real studies and everything. All of it is accurate.
It answers the existential question, what makes a good person? And it takes 3 to 4 seasons to answer that question very, very, very well.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the main... Never mind.
Yeah.
Watch the show, please.
It
I beg
has-
of you. It's all on Netflix now.
only one person that you might know, Kristen Bell. That's the only person.
You might know her.
that
I didn't
I've-
before I
Oh,
started.
and Kevin from Brooklyn Nine-Nine is in it as well.
Yes, he is.
There's only 2 people I recognize, but
Yes.
great.
I didn't even know who Kristen Bell was before watching the show, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew her as Veronica Mars.
I never watched that show, and I only saw ads for it after I watched The Good Place.
She's also Anna from Frozen.
I'm just now putting that together.
Isn't that weird?
I might have read that somewhere before, because that's not super surprising.
I knew that when I was watching The Good Place because I looked her up because I'm like, oh, she looks familiar. She's also in a bunch of my movies that my mom watched when I was growing up. So, yeah.
She's a very good actress. It's
Yes.
a very good cast all around. They're all very good actors
Oh
and
yeah,
actresses.
I love Chidi.
Oh,
Chidi is my favorite character.
Chidi is amazing.
Yeah.
I love Chidi.
I don't know. It's
This is why everybody hates moral philosophy professors.
just I don't know the way they made him talk. It's just so funny to me.
it's-
And he's like, oh, okay.
Now I have a stomach
well, all with a smile.
Always, yeah.
It's great. And he's jacked too.
He is
That one episode where
he's
he-
surprisingly jacked.
Oh yeah, they make fun of it all the time in the show.
Yeah.
But like the one time he took his shirt off, just as because there's a
something.
part where he has an existential crisis. Not that he doesn't have 10 of them or all throughout
Oh
the show.
no, his whole life is an existential crisis.
Yeah, but he is surprisingly super jacked. He's like the nerdiest person ever, and he makes fun of it all the time. But
it's such a good show. Please watch that show if you haven't seen it. It's very easy to watch, and all 4 seasons are on Netflix.
very
now.
unique characters too.
Yes,
Super unique characters. You
and a
won't see in
very
any other
unique show.
Yeah. I might watch it again at the end of the year, probably.
Yeah.
After I finish season 4. There's only 4 seasons, so.
Yes, and it's over.
Yeah.
The show is done.
And
It's
I
over
think
done
it's
for.
one of those shows like Avatar where they knew where they were going.
Yes, they
as they
knew, and they had a plot in mind, and they weren't planning on keeping it running forever.
Yep.
They knew they were going to end
Like every
after,
other show, every other comedy.
after 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah. Actually, Community, it's 6 seasons in a movie, but
6 seasons in a movie.
still waiting for that movie.
Still waiting for the movie. Is that Poppy or somebody in the
Poppy's
next
right
door? Oh, okay. I didn't see her. That's just somebody next door then.
Yeah.
Doing yard work. Anyway, watch
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is A
watch The
tier.
Good Place. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is A tier. Psych and Lost are my 2 S tier shows. Don't even get me
Lost
started.
is.
I love
not
Lost.
My favorite.
My
Psych,
whole family-
I do agree is S tier.
My whole family loves Lost. My parents have seen it 7 or 8 times.
Okay, that's their generation's.
Yes, and I've seen it. What?
I was thinking of what.
I thought you were just gonna say their generation, like
Their favorite show.
Their show,
Yeah.
yeah. I've seen it. I don't know, probably 2.5.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is an A tier.
No, I'm saying like I think every
it's their
generation
generation's
has
Game
a
of Thrones.
drama that
Lost-
that everyone watched.
Lost, it wasn't the first show, but Lost basically re-engineered the. It's not an anthology. It basically revolutionized the story show,
Okay.
where it's basically one long
Yeah.
movie. It's like the end of my episode.
Which is what
the
every
next
Netflix
episodes.
TV
Yes,
show
that's
is
what
now.
it is now.
Yeah.
But back then when Lost came out, shows didn't
It's all
do that.
from episode to episode.
It's basically episode to episode. Lost was basically one long movie. It was one story continuing from the first episode all the way to the last
Yeah.
episode. One story. And I know that sounds common now, but back then it was not.
Right.
Lost completely revolutionized TV shows, which is really cool.
I think
And and I know you don't like it that much.
I had to be fair, the last time I tried to watch it, I was a freshman in high school.
Give it another try and because you watched all the way through one season.
One season. Season 1.
Persist a little longer.
Okay.
Just please try.
Can you finish Community?
I've watched all of the good seasons of Community.
So 1 through 3?
I've seen 1 through 4.5.
What?
I got halfway through season 5.
Okay. I think every season except for 4 is good. Even 4 has good episodes in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lost.
And sorry, I didn't even say this.
Yeah.
I started to. The characters are very good. You get
Okay.
very attached to the characters, and if and when any of them die, I'm not gonna say it. And it's a large cast too, so
Yeah.
it's not a spoiler that
long
somebody
is it?
dies. 6 seasons.
Okay.
It's Community. 6 seasons with
And not a movie.
not a movie. 6 seasons with something like 15 episodes
Okay.
a season, something like that.
So
Somewhere
like
around there.
okay, I was gonna say my Lost I think is Breaking Bad.
Okay. See, I wasn't. And I watched the whole thing, and it is an objectively good show. I will never watch it again.
Yeah.
It's not as good as everyone hyped it up to be.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think it's one
And
of the
that's
best
fair.
dramas to ever come out. It's almost a perfect TV show.
I would disagree with that.
I think
I
it
would
goes
not agree
from
with-
generation to generation of the drama that everyone has seen or everyone watched as it was coming out was Lost, and then there might be something in between Lost and Breaking Bad, and then right when Breaking Bad stopped is
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Well, that was kind of intertwined, but yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
And
let me.
those are the 3 top dramas I think of all time, I believe. Sons of Anarchy is up there. I've never seen it.
I've never seen it, but I've heard it's
it
very
was.
good. Actually, never mind. 23 to 25 episodes a season.
That's a lot of TV, bro.
It's a lot.
And hour
And
episodes too.
Here's the
right?
thing: the only bad season is I can never remember. It's either 3 or 4. It's only one season that's.
What's with season 4, dude?
I know, right? It's only one season that's bad, and it's not even that bad. There is one episode in whichever season it is that is the worst episode of television I've ever seen. Not because of anything like bad or hard to watch happens in it. It is just the most pointless episode of TV ever.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, even that season, whatever it is, it's just basically more boring than the rest of the show. It's not even like bad. It's just not as good as the rest of the show. Almost every season is good though, and almost every episode is like intriguing.
Right.
Once you get into it, at least. And again, the characters are basically what you're there for. The characters and their story arcs and their character development and everything. It's all amazing, and I think the end is good. I know people that love the show and hate the ending. Like, the Lost had one of the most, other than Game of Thrones. Well, no, that's not even controversial. Everybody agrees that the ending was bad. Lost had one of the most controversial endings of all time.
Yep.
Half the people that love Lost hated the ending, and half the people that loved Lost
Are these
loved the ending.
Mosquitoes?
Maybe. I hope
What?
not.
We're in California, bro.
I hope not. I hate mosquitoes.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Uh,
D tier bug.
I liked the ending personally.
Okay.
So did my parents. But I know people that hated the ending.
All I know is that it ended in a church.
It did.
The only reason why I know that is
Don't
because
spoil anything.
I'm not.
If you know anything.
The only reason why I know that is because in Arkham City, Joker gets cured from his disease,
Is Joker-
and then everyone,
Jokerism?
and then he makes a broadcast to the entire Arkham City saying like, "I'm back. I know it's confusing. Like, what happened? Why is this happening? Why did it all end in a church?"
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
And the only reason because they did that is because the creators are huge fans of Lost.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, I
The
think.
non-denominational church.
But in the contrary, Breaking Bad has one of the most objectively best finales of all time, in my opinion.
That is it is a very good finale.
It concludes everything that you want to be concluded. And the character development in Breaking Bad isn't everyone gets better, it's everyone gets corrupted.
It's aggravating.
Yes.
aggravating.
Everyone gets corrupted. Even Jesse, who is the youngest but also gets corrupted.
He goes in a loop.
Oh yeah, he gets better.
He goes
morally,
up and then down and then up and then down and then up again.
But when a
And
character
then it's
learns
still
things,
rocky.
when a character learns things, he learns everything bad, and it makes him a more depressed person because of it.
Did you like El Camino?
I did.
Yeah,
I think
did too.
I think it
enjoyed
was good. Like it didn't add story. It just continued it saying like Jesse's fine now.
It concluded Jesse's
yeah.
arc
Yeah.
because everyone wanted him to be fine.
'Cause he deserved it.
Spoilers. He deserved to be okay.
Yeah.
And they finally said he is, so that's good.
He didn't deserve anything bad, honestly, in my opinion.
Well, some jail time maybe.
I won't say anything because I think it's a worthy enough show to watch all the way through. Just like you with Lost.
Yes.
And I won't say anything. I've never watched Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is good. So season 1 is great. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1 through 5 are amazing. 6, it starts to
Bad.
lose it. No, it's not.
Okay.
8 is the end.
Oh, sorry.
6, it starts to lose it a little bit. 7, not great. The beginning of 8, amazing.
Okay, so-
The end of 8, the worst ending ever.
Okay.
Other than a show called The Man in the High Castle, which had the legitimate worst ending I've ever seen. But you don't know what that is, so I'm not going to get into it. That was the worst ending of a show ever. It didn't make any sense. Anyway, Game of Thrones, terrible ending. And it was such a good show for so long too. But then they started to try to write their own stuff instead of waiting for books to come out.
When did that happen? Season 6?
Season 5 or 6-ish.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Like once they is basically started being a spin-off of the books,
Yeah.
it started being bad.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it does. They held it up for a little bit, and then they lost it all.
You know which shows do not give enough credit for their finales? Comedies. Comedies do really well with finales.
Oh,
I
you
think.
haven't even seen Good Place finale yet.
But the ones I have seen do very well with nostalgia.
Yeah.
They say like we've gone through a lot and the characters will be fine.
Psych. That's a great ending. That's a great finale. It's everything.
Again,
you
never
want it
seen
to be.
Psych. Sorry. Brooklyn
But
Nine-Nine.
you called it an S
does
tier show.
okay. Because I think objectively, the episodes I've watched are incredible,
Yeah.
and the structure of each episode is amazing.
I think in later seasons it loses itself a little bit because. So at the beginning of the show, Sean is super smart, and he's crazy and he's funny and he's wacky and whatever, but he's also super smart. Later in the show,
he started being dumber.
They made him dumber.
Yeah.
To be funnier, and the show is still funny and fun to watch, and I still like the later seasons, but they're not as good as earlier seasons because they made him just dumber rather than smart, but also he acts dumb. They made him just legitimately dumber.
There's a big correlation between Sean and Jeff from Community, I think, and where they started him. Like, I'm the smartest, and therefore I'm going to be the smartest one in the room no matter where I go, and that makes me the best.
Yes, but I'm also funny.
But I'm also going to be the most sarcastic.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's what. I don't know.
I still like it, and I'm still excited for the next Psych movie because they're making another one. Yeah, and I'm excited for that.
I think Community has one of the best finales just because they make you feel like we've gone through a lot, but we have to let everyone go.
Yeah.
I just finished season 6 again, and I'm gonna say, one of the most boring, but they address it and they say this was done on purpose because you guys, especially us, need to let go and embrace change.
Yeah.
And that was what the finale is about. I think Parks and Rec has one of the best finales.
So Parks and Rec has I haven't even watched all the way through that show, but I've seen a good chunk of it, and I've seen the finale.
Yeah.
That's a very good finale.
They just address where everyone goes in the future.
Yeah.
and they say like everything's gonna be okay. And Office, I think, has a great finale. Again, they do. Here's a year later.
It's all nostalgia, yeah.
Yeah, and
Comedies, oftentimes, it's nostalgia.
yeah, and I
Even
think
if
they do
it's like,
great.
even if it's like the Office kind of comedy where it's like cringy and sometimes even hard to watch. At the end, it's still like, I'm sad to see these characters go.
You know what wasn't nostalgic at the end?
What?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They just kind of
Is it over?
yeah.
I
Season
thought
7 was
I
the
didn't
finale.
know if they. I haven't finished it. I don't know if they. I didn't
Yeah.
know if they were gonna do another season. Or
I don't
not.
think they are. I think that was the finale.
Was it not a good finale?
It was a good finale. It just wasn't. It
wasn't-
didn't follow the nostalgia structure.
I'm surprised because even in the show, sometimes it got nostalgic.
Yeah, no.
Like
they
in the middle of the show.
No. They didn't even address, oh, look how far we've come. No, they didn't do that. I won't spoil what happens, but
I haven't even seen the ending yet.
yeah. It was good, but, like, they didn't make me feel for it,
Nah.
which what comedies are finales are known for. I'm trying to think of what other... Oh, How I Met Your Mother was okay.
No, that was a bad finale.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. The whole season
It was
bad.
all it was all set up and like yeah, in the first episode of the show, they say it's not Robin, but then you still the entire time want it to be Robin, and then it's not, and that's still disappointing, even though you know.
And at the end, they just like, oh, it is Robin.
That's it. It's
Yeah. Malcolm in the Middle was a good finale.
I don't even what happened in that finale.
He graduates from high school. And
Man,
they
I
address
haven't even-
again. They address how
And that's
far he's come.
That's a very good show.
They address the character development that he's and they address the relationship between of the mom to every single kid.
Oh, okay.
Which is really good to me.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very good show too. I like that show.
It's him starting college.
Cool.
That's good. What other comedies are there? I think that's all of them.
None.
Ever.
I'm pretty sure that's
Is
it.
A Good Place good?
The finale?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very nostalgic.
Okay,
It
cool.
is very yes. I mean, I don't even know. Never mind.
Okay.
It is. I think it's a good ending.
Okay.
I do have some problems with it that we'll talk about once you watch it.
Okay.
But overall,
I only have 2 more episodes left.
oh really?
Yeah, me and Master are watching it together.
Oh, cool.
So
Overall, yes, nostalgic. Look how far we've come.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of stuff. I think it's a good ending. Maybe not the best ending in the world, but still a good ending.
yes. Yeah, those are all the comedy shows ever in my
Pretty
life.
sure that's it. Those are all the best ones, at least.
The one of the best, the first sitcom I've ever. Friends is bad.
The
Friends
ending
is
of
bad.
Friends.
Yeah.
How does it end?
Chandler and Monica are moving. Rachel and Ross are back together, and that's basically all the.
I honestly can't even. I don't know if I've ever even seen the finale. I probably have.
It's Rachel's about to move away, and then she doesn't. That's literally the finale.
Okay, maybe I have seen that actually.
I've
I've seen a good chunk of Friends, but not the finale.
Friends is the
not
most-
all the way to the end.
watched comedy I think ever. So like,
I-
The Office is now the most watched
Yes.
comedy. Friends before The Office was.
I think
No, but-
I think parts of Friends are funny.
It was for the generation before us.
Yeah.
Like it's my mom's favorite show. I think Friends has one of the worst plots
Yeah.
throughout the show, but it's funny. Yeah, Friends. The plot is not good, but episode by episode, it has really good jokes sometimes.
Yes, I think. And first of all, the Chandler Joey dynamic is hilarious.
The friendship there.
regardless of what you say,
Second best friendship in all TV.
it's hilarious, and I do like those parts of the show. The story, I don't care about. I could not care less about.
Yeah, it's just joke by joke for me.
Yeah, the jokes. I think there are funny jokes in the show.
And then like season 6 through 9 are just like
They're just whatever.
don't need to
They're
happen.
just whatever.
Like come on, you can tell they just ran out of ideas.
I haven't seen this finale, and I've only seen a few episodes of the show. But apparently, the way Seinfeld ends,
Oh yeah,
is
I've heard it's perfect.
They all go to jail.
Yeah.
Because the entire show is literally like, and Jerry Seinfeld has said this. It's basically about terrible people. He purposefully made all of the main characters like terrible people. So it's really funny that at the end of the show they all go to jail. Like that's a joke.
The reason why comedies are so fun to watch is because everyone's a terrible person.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because people need to develop, and you can't develop someone
Except
that's
these
not,
characters don't. They just go to jail.
Yeah.
Which is
good.
hilarious.
It's good. It adds to the comedy to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
my
Literally, the
parents-
last
my parents
episode
love
of
that show.
Community is, if there was a season 7, this is how I would have wanted, character by character.
Really?
Yeah. And
If you were wondering, the other best friendship in any show ever is Troy and Abed. from
Troy and Abed
Community.
is objectively the best friendship
The
of
best
any.
friendship in anything ever.
Troy and Abed in the morning.
Where you going, puppy? She went up.
A hike.
She ascended.
But yeah,
Yes.
watch every show we said.
Watch The
except-
Good Place.
Yeah,
Watch Psych. Watch Brooklyn
and
Nine-Nine.
Community.
Watch The Community. Give Lost a try. Game of Thrones if you care.
Yeah.
It's a great show, but that ending almost makes it not worth watching any of it. Which
Game
is
of Thrones I
a bummer.
probably will never watch
Just
because of
that
how
ending is
much
so
TV
bad.
it is.
And it's so much. It is so much
It's
TV.
way too much time to commit. I can't
It's
do
a
it.
lot.
Can't do
It's
it.
a lot. It is so
What would
much.
be today's Game of Thrones? Stranger Things. Never mind, I got it.
No.
Everyone's seen Stranger Things.
Today's Game of Thrones is not Stranger Things.
I mean, like, again, what I'm telling
Just
about
in terms of popularity?
dramas that everyone has seen. That's what I'm saying.
I suppose Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is incredibly popular.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen it.
Everyone has seen Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I suppose you're right.
those are TVs. I still have questions to ask. I only have like 3. So.
Okay. Wait,
let's
how
see
long? Type
Oh gosh, this is gonna take a while.
Here. No, I didn't hit that.
Oh my god.
Go.
Good teamwork there.
Yeah, it
53
was.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because we won't have that to go by this time.
True.
Whoa.
Okay. For my what was that? Nothing. For my Instagram story,
Oh
I-
yeah.
I have
Did
a
you get
threatening-
any questions? I don't want you to be mad.
I
so-
do.
Okay.
I put, if you can see that, you can't.
If they're watching it, they've seen that.
Yeah.
I didn't
put a
ask for
threatening
any questions,
picture.
'cause
I put
never
a
do
threatening
anymore.
picture of myself saying, "Ask my questions, or I'll be really mad." And then I got questions. So, yeah.
I didn't do that. I didn't ask for any
I have
questions.
3 questions.
Okay. What
Um,
are your questions?
Casey says,
Who's Casey?
your cousin.
Oh.
Casey
Oh,
Martin.
okay. I didn't even know she followed you.
When do you think Disney is gonna open up? Objectively.
Not this year. It'll
Um,
probably be early. I would say probably early next year sometime.
Probably. Yeah.
Not this year. Not 2020.
I think
though.
January, maybe, if I were to guess. I think California will finally lift up the ban.
Would honestly say probably February, April,
Mhm.
and somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think,
Somewhere in that time span, February to April. That would be my guess.
I don't know. I hope soon, but at the same time, take your time kind of thing. I don't know. One of those. I
my
want it to
mom texted
open
me.
as soon as possible.
I'd like to go again. I haven't listened to that Disney podcast at all. I haven't done anything Disney in like last week.
Yeah.
I got bored of it. But I still want to go
Told
to
you it was a
Disney.
face.
I still want to go to Disney.
Yeah.
And I still think the design at Disney is interesting, but I listened to too much of it.
Mhm.
And I'll probably listen to it again. Or not again, but like the next episodes. Just not as fast as I was.
Right.
I was just very bored and it seemed interesting. And it still is interesting. But, and I would very much like to go still. And it would be great if I could go before I left, but I don't think it's going to open before then.
I don't think so either. I really don't.
With the way that Newsom is, it's probably
Yeah.
not going to happen.
Just out of spite, most likely. But yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, anyway, next question.
Next question. Emily asks, what is your idea of a perfect day? Let's go work/school day and a free day. You don't have to work.
Okay. There are going to be some extra
Events? Huh?
never mind. We'll get to there when we get there.
Yeah.
Work day. Go to work. Work. I probably, if it's my normal work day right now, I get off at 3 or 4 o'clock. Come home, relax, eat or make dinner for my family,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe play some video games or whatever just to relax. Watch a movie, do whatever. Maybe go get dinner with friends or something if I'm not eating dinner at home. But mostly just relax. I like to relax after I get off work because I work for 8 hours and then I come home and I like to just kind of do whatever.
Mm-hmm.
A free day, and this is what I was talking about. I couldn't think of the right word. Are we talking about like a summer day, a winter day?
We're talking about
Extra stipulations is the word I was looking
Stipulations,
for.
yeah.
Stipulations is the word I was looking for.
let's see. Let's say a fall day. So it was this weekend.
This past weekend,
Yeah. And let's say all your friends are free too.
all my friends are free.
Those are the variables.
Specifically, this past weekend, I wouldn't have gone to the beach or anything because it was actually 75 up here, which means it would have been colder down there. So if it was a summer day, beach day, obviously. Yeah. But maybe this weekend, a movie, if there are any movies playing anywhere,
Okay.
something like that. Play some Frisbee at the park. Maybe even hit up downtown Disney for an hour or two, which is just a cool place to spend an hour or two at. Then probably end up playing card games at somebody's house or video games or something.
It's a good day.
Yeah, that would be my fall day. If it was this past weekend, that's what the ideal day would have been.
Cool.
What do you? What about you?
For me, let's say it's a school day. I would have class most likely from 9 to 3 or 9 to 4:15 or 4:20.
Blaze it.
Yeah,
Sorry, I almost missed that.
True. You're right.
Blaze it.
And do homework in between classes and stuff. I would go get coffee before Bodie closes.
Also, yes, I would get coffee.
Go get coffee before Bodie closes.
Actually, that would be an alternate for my work day.
Okay.
Get coffee, maybe go hammock.
Yeah.
And then just hang
out. Go coffee, get hammock.
Get hammock.
And if I have homework, do that when I get home. And then spend time with my family or drive up to La Mirada to see Biola people, and I would hang out with them and play card games and board games, and then I would crash at their place at 1 in the morning or midnight. Or I would go home at 11 and crash right when I get home.
Yeah,
and maybe watch an episode of whatever.
Of something you're watching.
Yeah. And weekend day, let's say, wake up at around, sleep in, wake up at around 9 probably, go get coffee with friends, go to the beach. I think beach is like makes a perfect day.
Yeah, I would have said that too, but we were talking about this past weekend and it was a little cooler, so I decided not to.
Okay. Go to the beach, hang out there, maybe throw a Frisbee, make sure you're with the right people, get lunch together while you're there, stay there until 5, get dinner together, and then go to someone's house. Let's play board games or something for a little bit. Then go to the park or just hang out with someone's house until it's 1 or 2, and then go home and sleep. Yeah. That's basically the perfect day.
The ideal summer day is wake up, beach, and coffee could either be before or after the beach. Beach, which
dinner.
T Street is probably the ideal beach. So wake up, sleep in first of all. Wake up, go to the beach around 10 o'clock.
Yep.
10, 11
o'clock. Get there at 11.
Get there at 11, yeah. Spend some time at the beach, play Frisbee, whatever. Get a tan, spend some time in the water, all of that fun stuff. Then go straight from T Street over to Bear Coast, which is right over there.
That'll take you to dinner.
Sit on the tables over there, and your skin is kind of warm and everything because you spent the day in the sun and you're just relaxing and hang out with your friends.
You get Pedro's Tacos.
You run over to Pedro's Tacos, get the amazing food that's at Pedro's Tacos, then head back to somebody's house, play some card games or board games or
just talk
or rock band or something, hang out and do that until
you're tired.
Late night, and then go home.
Yeah, that's the perfect day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good question, Emily.
Yeah.
And I also got a question from John. Why did you start a podcast?
We were bored.
It
was quarantine.
And we talk a lot anyway, and we just thought we'd record it anyway.
Every teenage to early 20s white guy has at some point in their lives said, I could do a podcast.
That'll be easy.
Hey man, we can do that. We can do a podcast. Guys, we can do a podcast.
We can do a podcast.
Yeah.
And then
but unlike some others, many others, in fact, we did it. Yeah.
And it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been very fun. It was mostly just because we were bored in quarantine and we talk enough to make a podcast.
Those are the big two things.
Just turned it into. We decided to create something instead
of
just talking.
Now it's a good part of my weekly schedule.
Yeah. And it's worth it. It's fun. I enjoy that we do this. Movies.
Yeah, movies.
We both definitely watched both of them. Okay, I watched Coraline.
Hey.
Didn't watch Guardians because I ran out of time, and we're recording earlier this week than we normally do.
Started watching Guardians and I passed out.
And you didn't. You basically didn't watch either of them.
I didn't.
When was the last time you saw Coraline?
I was in middle school.
Oh, you need to watch it.
Well, okay. Here.
Listen, first-
I'll watch it, then I'll record myself reviewing it, and
No,
then
no.
you can add it to
Nope,
the end of
you'll
the podcast.
You just review it next week. Watch it by next week,
Okay.
and you can review it then.
Yeah.
I will review it right now. Such a good movie,
Okay.
but so scary.
Really?
Not so scary. Not
But
like,
like for a kids movie?
kids should not watch this movie. don't let your kids watch this until they're like
12?
14.
Jeez.
It's a terrifying movie. It is unexpectedly terrifying.
I don't remember it being that scary.
I love it, first of all.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not actually like scary, but like maybe 12.
It's freaky.
Maybe 12. Kids should not watch this movie. By no means should kids watch Coraline. But it is an amazing movie, and I love it.
What makes it good, Noah? I'm transitioning you to why you think it's good.
What I like about it, the score is cool. You got to pay attention to it though, because you don't notice as much. It has like a Tim Burton vibe to it, which I always love Tim Burton, but it's not a Tim Burton movie.
Mm-hmm.
But it has that vibe to it, and I like it, and it's all claymation, which is fun, and it's just a very interesting and unique movie, and also actually mildly terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very unique, and I've never seen anything like it. Like
I remember
it seems from the start like an actual kids movie. It seems like a Tim Burton movie. It seems like it should be a Nightmare Before Christmas, where it presents itself as that quirky kind of scary like Tim Burton, where it's not actually
like
Frankenweenie,
yeah.
Frankenweenie, or The Corpse Bride, where it's not actually scary, but it does that like faux Halloween time kind
Yeah.
of scary. Then it gets actually scary.
All I remember is button people are bad. That's all I remember.
Yeah, there's more than that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to watch it again.
It gets mildly terrifying,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're a kid watching it. That would actually be a scary movie.
Right.
So don't let your kids watch it. But if you haven't seen it and you're an adult, do watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie.
What do you rate it?
8.
Okay.
Solid 8 to 8.5 out of 10.
Cool.
I love that movie.
I'll watch it this week sometime. Even though we already.
I had to find it on a different website.
Is it on Netflix?
Maybe I did.
I
Find it.
think it's on
Maybe
Netflix.
I did find it on Netflix actually.
I
will find out while you talk about Guardians.
Yeah, even though we didn't watch Guardians, we're gonna still review it
We've
because we've
seen it
both seen it so many
A
times.
million times.
Let's talk about the biggest thing of Guardians, the soundtrack.
The soundtrack,
The soundtrack.
easily the best soundtrack in the MCU. Maybe, and not maybe, one of the best soundtracks of all time in anything.
Yeah, the soundtrack plays into the moods in, kind of like Baby Driver, the moods in structure of the movie. Also, they were carefully picked out to see like Star-Lord is from the 80s. Let's have him listen to only these songs for
Yeah.
20 years. I think that was genius. When this movie came out, when it was announced, I'm like, what? Who are the Guardians of the Galaxy, and why
It's
are they
not on
in?
anything.
Okay, why are they?
Coraline. It's not on anything.
Why are they in the same universe as Iron Man and Thor
Yeah, it doesn't
and
make any
Avengers?
sense.
It doesn't make sense. Why are they making this movie?
I think I kind of knew who they were.
And
before,
then the
but
trailer came out, and I remember how
But, yeah,
excited
no.
I was, and I'm
that
like,
was
"This looks like a funny Avengers movie."
yes, and it is.
And it is. That's what it is. And I think the character, every single character has its own quirk. It has its own personality, and everything is vital to the story. The story itself is good. They're all okay to bad people, and they don't even kind of develop into good people. They do.
They developed into minorly better people.
They say they even say to the government that are trying to track them down, "I'm sorry, I was a dick, but we all have to try to save the galaxy."
Yes, that's a whole part.
Yeah, and it's really funny, and it's really good. It's one of the funniest movies I think
It's
I've ever
very
seen.
funny, and the soundtrack is amazing.
Soundtrack
and the
is good.
characters are great.
The characters make sense.
It smells
That
good.
smells super
it smells
good.
really good.
Someone's having a barbecue or something.
Yeah, it smells like burgers, but like better.
Wait, what am I getting for dinner?
I don't know what I'm getting for dinner either. My parents are going out with their friends to dinner, or going over to their friends for dinner. I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
gonna do.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll die
We'll see.
for dinner.
What I hate about it. What I didn't like
Yeah,
about
what do you
it.
not like about it?
I can't think of anything. I think the okay. So before
can't think of anything
my favorite part of the movie is the sacrificial holding of the Infinity Stone.
That's fun.
That's a great part where they all just, even though they were all bad, they all are pretty selfish people. They all share the.
It's a good character development scene.
Yeah. And just the line, "You said it yourself, bitch." We're the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's super cheesy.
It's so cheesy,
and
but
you
it's
can
so
tell
fun.
they stripped it out of the comic book, but they did it so well where it doesn't feel cheesy. It feels cool.
Yeah.
It's just like in Guardians 2. Welcome to the freaking Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the freaking Galaxy. Only he
didn't
didn't
use
say
frickin'.
freaking.
Yeah.
Very fun.
It's good.
My favorite scene from the movie is the blooper reel where he challenges Ronan to a dance off and he actually starts dancing.
Yeah, that's good.
That's such a fun. That's one of my favorite like blooper reels ever.
Yeah, you could tell the movie was slightly improv,
It was definitely a little improv, and it was definitely super self-aware that it was a little cheesy.
Yeah.
Like it knew...
It didn't take itself seriously.
No, not at all, and that's a good thing for
the
this
only
movie.
person that took himself seriously is the villain. Which makes sense. Yeah. Just like
it's super campy, and it's cheesy, and it knows it.
Yeah.
And it plays off of that, and it's such a good movie.
I can't think of anything that I didn't like about it. Probably because I didn't see it.
Yeah, I would probably be able to find something, but I haven't seen it in
It's
a
a good
while.
introduction to an Infinity Stone. In fact, I think it's one of the best introductions.
One of the best introductions to an Infinity Stone. Great introduction to a whole team of characters.
Good world building.
Good world building.
Outside
and
of the Earth.
You feel like you know the characters. Like, the original Avengers,
They had to
Not
make
all
3
of
other
them.
movies that actually
But yeah,
make
they set
Avengers
up
good.
multiple characters in their own movies. Guardians
didn't have to
introduced
do that.
all 5 characters at once.
They did it in a
Wait,
good
6.
way. 5.
1, 2,
Star-Lord,
3,
Gamora,
4,
Drax,
5.
Groot, Rocket.
Yes, you're right. All 5 characters. So I was right the first time. All 5 characters in one movie, but you still feel like you know all of them. They still feel like characters with depth, and it's great.
Also, again, when you said that, one of the most fun movies I've ever seen.
Oh yeah,
It's just so fun
yeah.
and colorful and great. And
Yes.
it's the stakes are higher than Avengers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They are.
It's really good, and it's out of nowhere too. They just made this movie in 2014, and then it became one of the most popular movies because of the soundtrack and because of the movie.
Yeah. It's very good.
I can't think of anything I didn't like about it. Of course, it's not the perfect movie, but
Yeah, of course. But it's been a while since I've seen
it's really good.
it. 8.
I give it 9.
Really?
There's no reason to give it
You're
any
right.
lower.
No, you know what? You're right. 9.
Yeah.
You're right. Now that I think about it, you are correct. I
The
give
plot's
it a 9.
good, the music's good, the character's good, the character development's good,
Yeah.
and it's funny.
I give it a 9.
It really checks all my boxes, like Baby Driver.
Yep.
But yeah, that's Guardians. Next week, we will probably have a guest,
Guest, but we're still doing a Halloween movie.
which is, I think we should do Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, I didn't think you would want to do that.
I
'cause you
haven't
don't
seen
watch that much.
it since I was a kid, so I'm going to watch it again.
Okay. Well, all right.
Even if I don't like it.
That's your decision.
We don't have to review movies that we both like.
Yes, that's true. So, Nightmare Before Christmas, and you're also going to watch Coraline and review it
Yes.
by next week.
And
And then the next Marvel
Marvel?
movie is
I don't remember.
what comes after Guardians? Iron Man 3?
Avengers 2?
Wait, no, we already watched Iron Man 3. Avengers 2 doesn't come right after
I'm pretty sure it does.
Guardians. I'll check.
Because we've watched Cap 2, Thor 2, Iron Man 3. Then Guardians is the non-Avengers movie, and then Avengers 2. That's 5 movies.
Hold on, Marvel movies in order. 1 second.
Because I can't think of any. Because Ant-Man is right after Avengers 2.
1 second. 1 second.
I'm right,
Hold
so you
on.
don't have to look it up.
I'm gonna make sure.
Yep.
No, I don't want in chronological. I want in release order.
I just.
Okay, here we go. Here we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Stop moving. Guardians. It is Avengers 2. You were correct.
Next week, I mean, in 2 weeks, we'll watch
2 weeks.
Avengers Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron, which, and I'll say this now, even though we're not reviewing it right now, I think is a better movie than it gets credit for.
Sure. Let's see.
It's definitely the worst Avengers movie, but I think it's a better movie than it gets credit for.
In fact, it's in the bottom 10 movies of the MCU, I believe.
I need to look at my list, but you're probably still right.
So
I used to always make fun of it, but I think it's better than it gets
So,
credit
we're
for.
gonna-
And then Ant-Man comes after that, and
then
that's a fun one. But a pointless one.
How did you do that? So don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. Come on.